Hey guys, I hope you're all safe in Slovenia. Um, just a quick GBPJPY. So, we all know that from the higher perspective, if I show you, let's go just to the daily, that we are ready to, kind of fall down, right? This was the structure, liquidity was taken to the downside and then to the upside, right? And the last one was to the upside. Now, this is the lag on the daily time frame that we can trade in. So from this low, this low that created this high, right? And we can, push it all the way down. So the last down candle prior to this push higher that created this structure was obviously this one. So this can be a daily target. This is higher time frame analysis. And then we have the next, structures and lows, etc. So to the downside is definitely a lot of liquidity, but this is higher time frame, so it can take, like, I don't know, maybe a year or so, you know but at the end of the day we have to be focused at the current situation. So current situation, as you can see how imbalances and gaps getting fixed right away. So as you can see, yesterday we created this bearish candle to the downside as well. It was created, gap was created inside of it. And today it was covered to the T. As you can see my mouse, it was covered to the T on the daily. So I don't think that GJ can push even higher. It can go, this is going to be a short term, let's say, retracement on lower time frames, but I don't think that it may go even higher than this. So we're gonna see. Now H4, so H4 clearly seen that we have this lag as liquidity. This is sell side liquidity to the downside. Below this, then we have imbalance inside of this one that was created yesterday that broke this short-term low that created break of structure. And we have this OB on H4 and imbalance. So this is definitely, I think that price can push higher on the NFP, reject, and then possibly, I hope it's not going to fall down today so that we can have a trade next week and we can finally push GJ down. Now H1, I think I'm going to stop at H1. So lag I'm interesting is between this low and this high, right? So let me explain. This high created this low, simple as that. And this is the price lag that price is currently trading. Now, inside of it, we have imbalance. In this candle, we have empty space between this week and this week. And then we had a smaller structure, right? So this low created this high. Guys, if you need to pause the video and take notes, okay? Because this is good information. It's detailed from A to Z of a breakdown, okay? Price behavior. So we had break of structure down. On H1 we created imbalance, right? Let me mark that up. We created imbalance. Now the next thing is, this was the structure, like I said, and as you can see, it's textbook liquidity, right? Liquidity to the downside, liquidity to the upside. And what this one up candle did, it took out all of the highs, all of the previous highs. So this is sweep, right? So liquidity is taken on the left side. So this means that price do not have a reason to go higher. And then as a confirmation, the next candle did it again. So it swept everything there. So this structure is covered. Now I'm gonna mark up this order block on H1 that I find interesting. Like this, let's see the number. We have 82.18, so we can say 20 as a round number. Now, as you can see, this is kind of bullish W. If you remember from the videos on the course, it's at the beginning. It's a W pattern in uptrend, short-term uptrend, like it is now. But anyway, we have equal lows here. So price does have a reason to go down. So we have liquidity. Okay, we have equal lows here. We have a sell stop below it. So I'm gonna mark that as X. like this. So this can be our possible target, right? Now we have 18.5. We can choose this as an H1 POY. H1 POY. Now we can simply have sell limits there, obviously, but because we have NFP, I wouldn't want to risk it. And then as well, we have buy stops above this high because so this is the first price lag. As you can see that we are interested in to go short. And this is the second price lag. So from this low to this high. So external liquidity below it, and this is internal liquidity. And this is external liquidity above it. Okay, makes sense. So this is again buy stops above it. Okay. So now the only thing is that we have to see which side is going to be taken first. So I do hope that price, the GJ will push higher on NFP just to take this side first, reject, and then to go to this side and eventually all the way down, right? So I hope this is going to happen, but we cannot know, so we have to wait for, right? Now, if we mark this as H1 POY, let me go lower. Let me see what we have there. So on 30 minutes, we have the last up candle that swept liquidity to the left side is there. So this can be as well our possible entry. So I'm going to mark that up. Now, why is it important to scale down the time frames? Because if you want to use the sell limit there, I don't say this is not going to be triggered to the T. It can be, but your stop loss should be above the highs, and 64 pips is too much, right? It's too much. So this is 30 minutes that we have price number confluence 47, so we can say 50. Then the last time frame that we want to scale down is 15 minutes. Okay, we can push further. So we have this. Now, okay, like that. So 15-minute time frame, last up candle, so we can just adjust this, obviously. We took all the liquidity of this like we saw on the H1. We still have imbalance inside of it. I'm going to delete those because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to rephrase this by nothing like that. And we have small imbalance inside of this 15-minute block that broke the short-term low that create BOS, right? So we have sweep, we have break of structure, we have liquidity to the downside, liquidity to the upside to, drive price higher. Now, all we need to do now is just to wait, right? We just need to wait for price to actually come to those levels and see what happens. So I think this can happen on NFP. So we have imbalance there, so you're not going to be wondering what this is. So yeah, if I will trade this, I don't know if I will, I don't think so, because I did my job this week, but I'm just going to observe. I don't have anything to do. So I'm going to round this to the 55. And if I will trade this, I will place my limits there. Stops obviously above the order block. So it's going to be like, let's say 25 just to be safe. Where is it? 25 just to be safe. Okay, that's not good. Had to add 0. Yep, like this. And we can target liquidity to the downside. So this will be the ultimate target below it. Below the low, obviously. So we can have 1 to 8 RR. So, but my fixed is 1 to 3. So I will be happy with this. Like that, right? But definitely it is enough room to go to the downside. But yeah, we shall see. I'm going to place my alarm there. So technically, this is everything I see at the moment. Whether this is going to happen, I don't know. If it will, then okay. If it's not, then okay as well. We're gonna move on, right? So you can pause the video, mark this up, and yeah, see you after the NFP. Otherwise, see you next week on the breakdown. Bye bye.